Growing up, we all had our favorite toys. Some of us played with Care Bears, the Easy Bake Oven, Jurassic Park's dinosaurs, Star Wars, Batman, Play-Doh, The Littlest Pet Shop, and the list goes on and on. Now what if I told you that all the toys I just mentioned were made by a small but legendary company in my home state of Ohio? That's right guys, in today's video I'm going to be diving into a little bit of the history of Kenner, the company that really did care. Kenner was a booming family business that produced hit after hit, yet sadly still face the same tragic fate as many businesses do. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Warren and I'm the Ohio Nerd. I've been buying and selling toys, collecting all the toy goodness I could get all my life. I've had an opportunity to read tons of books on Kenner, read articles, and even had the opportunity and the pleasure to talk to some past Kenner employees. So I thought I'd take a moment today and share some of that knowledge with you. Within this presentation, I'm going to be sharing a little bit of Kenner's history here in my state of Ohio, the hit after hit toy they produced, and their tragic fate. Let me start off guys by sharing a little bit of their history here in Ohio. Kenner Products was started in 1947 by three brothers, Albert, Philip, and Joseph Steiner. They named their company after its office location on Kenner Street in Cincinnati, Ohio. This small family business would soon soar to unprecedented success. According to United Press International, at its height, Kenner employed 1,300 people and its Cincinnati operations alone, plus it had a whole nother manufacturing plant in Oakley, Ohio. Kenner didn't just offer Ohio jobs, however, it also brought in a lot of money in tax revenue. In 1975, Kenner Products would break $1 million in sales, and by 1978, they would surpass $200 million in sales, and by 1987, they would exceed $3 million in sales. As you can tell, this was a big bolster to the Ohio economy. And this huge sales records were set in place due to Kenner's hit after hit product of toys. Kenner's first ever toy was made in 1947 and was the Bubbl-Matic bubble gun. This toy was a huge success and sold over 1 million units in just 2 short years. This success wasn't random, however. Kenner was one of the first toy companies to do nationwide television advertising campaigns. Kenner was also one of the first companies to start sponsoring children's television shows. Kenner wasn't just innovative though when it came to advertising and sales. They also had a plethora of original toy ideas. From Stretch Armstrong, the Baby Alive, the Spirograph, and the Easy Bake Oven. These are just a few of their more original and successful toy ideas. Kenner was also fortunate enough to be able to secure the licensing rights to many other successful toy lines, such as Jurassic Park, the $6 Million Man, which is considered to be the first ever successful toy line based around a television series, DC's Superpowers, featuring such characters as Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, and of course, Star Wars, which some may consider to be the greatest toy line in history. As reported by the Cincinnati Enquirer, Kenner was able to secure the license for Star Wars under their initial contract for a measly $25,000 and 5% royalties. The Star Wars toy line now is valued at over $17 billion. You can go ahead and say it, Kenner got a steal. From 1977 to 1983 alone, Kenner would go on to sell over 300 million Star Wars toys. Star Wars would become Kenner's #1 toy line, and these triumphs in the toy aisles would bring the attention of much larger companies. Although Kenner may have started with just 3 brothers, in 1967 the company would be purchased by General Mills, a company you may recognize from the cereal aisle. Under General Mills management, the company would surpass both 100 million and 200 million in sales, growing to become the world's 4th largest toy company. In 1987, Kenner would be bought out again, this time by the Tonka Corporation. Under Tonka, they allowed Kenner to remain its own operating division, and Kenner would go on to surpass $300 million in sales. The next big change would occur in 1991, when Kenner would be purchased by the world's largest toy company at the time, Hasbro. You may know Hasbro from toys such as G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Mr. Potato Head. Kenner would run business as usual until the year 2000, when Hasbro announced they would be closing Kenner and their Cincinnati operating divisions. As reported by the Cincinnati Courier, This decision was reached in an attempt for Hasbro to cut 5% of their labor force and increase profitability. Sadly, however, Hasbro would only offer relocation to their Pawtucket, Rhode Island location to less than 24% of Kenner's employees. While this may bring an end to Kenner's historic 53-year run, it certainly does not discredit all the joy they were able to bring to so many families through their products. Now, I hope you all know a little bit more about Kenner's history here in Ohio, their hit toys, and the sad fate of the company. With more and more local businesses being bought up and moved around, I think it's important to remember the success and impact small family startup companies like Kenner have been able to have. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more great videos, and leave a comment of something you learned in today's video. I'm going to have my sources cited in the description below. Have a great day, and may the force be with you.